Hey guys, it's Coffee. Welcome back to Asagao Academy. Let's read some more journal entries. Alright. Dear Diary, is it bad to ask other people for information if the person it's about doesn't want to tell you? Was it wrong of me to want to do that? I can't tell what's right and what's wrong anymore. I just want to understand him. Dear Diary, Emily had pink hair too. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Something gives me the feeling that Shane isn't completely over her, but I think we grew closer. And I learned that I want to grow closer still. And our last one. Dear Diary, hey baby, want to go to picnics with me? Are you from Sheffield? Because you're stealing my heart. Wow, the weather is great. We should go on a picnic to celebrate. Let's pork. No, not like that. I would not expect her to be so brash. Also, I realized that I have maxed out my tournament points, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh well. But anyway. So yeah, last time Shane told us, why he left England, and apparently his last girlfriend was literally Kim Possible. So he was, always held hostage and stuff, so I get it. That's stressful. I don't blame him for leaving. And I think our main concern is that, that if we do get closer, he might be comparing us to Emily. That he only likes us, for how similar we are to her. But, anyway, let's continue. I need your help. Huh? After Shane finally opened up to me, I realized I wanted to be something more. Shane was carrying around some baggage, what with his ex-girlfriend. It seemed like he really cared about her. Maybe he still did. I shook my head roughly. No, it was not the time to be thinking about that. The point was, I wanted to take our relationship to the next level. And to do that, I needed help. I've been thinking again about doing something nice for Shane. Something to make up for all the times I've almost killed him. Mai put a hand to her hip. Too late I realized I raised her hackles. You don't have to make up for anything, Hana. Those were accidents. Accidents. I mean, yeah, but... I'm not gonna help you apologize for something that doesn't need apologizing for. See, I agree with Mai on this point. Because if someone... I don't know, if Shane holds all of that against us, then maybe he's not a person we want to be with. Anyway, I faltered. But I will help you do something nice for Shane because you're a good person. Thanks, but actually I wanted to ask him on a date.
What?
You what? Her voice veered into the highest pitches, suddenly transforming into sonar. I was thinking of taking him on a picnic. Picnics are good dates, right? Are you kidding me? Picnics are the cutest thing. I watched this rom-com with Mimi last year and the dude accidentally cheated on his wife with this other lady. And he was like, please baby, come on this picnic with me to right all my wrongs. And she was like, no, how dare you ask me that? And then they broke up. That sounds really romantic, I guess. But, I didn't cheat on Shane.
Yeah!
Exactly, so then it'll work out. There's no one in this world that can be angry after a good picnic. Except for that lady in the movie. Yes, alright Hana, except for that lady in the movie. But that's like one out of probably a billion picnics. I feel like there have to be a billion picnics in the world. I didn't know you were so close with Mimi, either. Yeah, well, at one point. That's not important. You think it's a good idea, though? I'm not sure he's the picnic type. I scoffed. Everyone's the picnic type at a picnic. Yeah, I don't think I know anyone who dislikes picnics. She wrapped an arm around my shoulder, gesturing to the wide horizons in front of us. In reality, it was a blank wall, but to Mai it was an endless plain of flowing grains and purple mountains. Pick the sunniest day next week and nothing can go wrong.
Well...
That's the thing, though. I've never been on a picnic before, and I'm terrified I'll mess it up. Just like all the other times. I don't really see a way we could. Mai put a hand up to her chin.
Well...
You do have a knack for screwing up. It's so strange. You've been so capable in almost every other route. Why is it just this one that you're... Excuse me? Route? What?
Bingo.
She knows. That's really creepy. Ugh, okay. Anyways, have no fear. Mai is here to help you. Some candles, drinks, music for the atmosphere. Wait, really?
No!
Of course not. I mean, unless you're ready for that kind of picnic. Really, all you need is food and a blanket, pretty much. Food? I had to make more crumpets for Shane to choke on? Oh, right. Grocery stores exist. I pulled my phone out of my pocket and opened up the weather app. Sunny, sunny, sunny for the next 2 weeks. Not a speck of rain. It wasn't as warm as it could be, but at least there was no rain.
Yay!
Great! This is going to be really fun. I'm excited now.
Yahoo!
Are you? That's wonderful. Can you help me pack? I have to go practice, or I would, but I'll be back later to help you, alright? Right. Mai waved and sprinted down the hall, and I set off for the dorm, heart soaring. Hope was the thing with feathers, after all. Maybe Shane and I finally had a chance to have a good time. A few hours later, I was poring over my list for the picnic, a pile of miscellaneous objects in front of me. I had to prioritize economy. We'd be taking the basket across the field, and I didn't want to be too heavy, but I didn't want to miss anything either. My last few attempts to do something nice for Shane backfired horribly. I was not gonna let this go wrong. No, it's fine, Jared. Hana definitely won't mind. Ooh, what she's doing with Jared. Huh?
Jared.
You seem busy. Oh, no, don't mind me. I'm just, packing. Did Jared know something about me and Shane? I mean, he probably does. I'm more concerned about what he's doing with Mai. Did Mai tell him, or did he agree with the other guys that we must secretly like each other? Even though I was currently preparing to ask Shane on a date, I didn't necessarily want Jared to know about my feelings. I focused on the basket, dropping in a bottle of hand sanitizer.
Yeah!
Jared's gonna hang out in here for a bit. I really don't have to, though. I can find somewhere else to be. Jared stood in the doorway, watching me eagerly. I wasn't sure whether he wanted me to let him in or to try to keep him out. No, it's fine, really. Oh, great. Jared shuffled into the room, Mai bouncing in after him. What's going on, though?
Well...
Satch is making an invention for the tournament, and it kind of exploded. Everyone is fine, he just didn't want me around. I'm kind of surprised you're not helping him clean up. Seems like something you would do. Turning on the charm. Jared tossed his hair, a small grin on his face. Oh, I definitely tried. Satch told me my delicate fingers were better put to use serving the longing maidens of this school. Yeah, that definitely sounds like Satch, I guess. Did he now? Plus, I don't know where all the gizmos go. He said I'd probably break it if I tried to help. That I believed. Stay here as long as you like. Mai climbed out to her bed, winking at me as she passed. I guess we did her a solid. How on earth did she finagle for this to happen? She wasn't waiting outside his dorm for this, was she? She wasn't. Was she? I wouldn't put it past her. Jared tiptoed around my pile on the floor and sat in Mai's desk chair.
Hey!
So, Hana, you know the fashion show, right? I told you about that, didn't I? Of course, but if you hadn't, I would never have known. I mean, maybe you should have put up posters or something? Seems like it would have been a good idea. He laughed. The fight he and Paul had at the beginning of the year was apparently water under the bridge. I almost didn't remember that it happened. They didn't hold it against each other or anything. I knew that was how disagreements were supposed to work, but that didn't mean I wasn't amazed when it actually happened that way. You'll come, won't you? There's no way I'll feel comfortable on stage without my beloved nymph's eyes on me. Beloved nymph? Was he talking about me? With Mai right there, too? Yeah, of course I'll come.
Nice.
Great. You two can go together. Jared beamed from me to Mai, and suddenly I realized he probably wanted me there for more than just my presence. Mai crawled to the edge of her bed, peeking over the railing at me. So, what are you doing? Oh, you know, just packing for the picnic. Ooh, your date? I glanced quickly at Jared, who seemed suddenly very interested in what was happening. Have you asked him yet? I'm sure she— Mai, could you double-check that I have everything?
What?
Wait, you haven't asked him? No, I like to be prepared. Mai rolled her eyes. Understatement of the year. Is there a list then? Right here. I handed her my list, and Mai flipped off the top of her bed, nearly smacking Jared in the face. The regret was palpable. Don't worry, Jared, it's only for a little while. You can pull through.
Perfection.
Looks good to me. She handed the list back to me and almost immediately. Did she even bother looking? I was trying to change the subject, but I did sincerely want her to check things over. What if she missed something? Oh, okay. Well, I feel like if we're that concerned about the picnic basket, we should probably check again. Because also, like, if we don't, we'll probably mess something up, I think. Let's see, ask her, double check, or ask Jared. Well, it seems like we trust Mai more, right? I mean, because she's our best friend, and also, for some reason we're uncomfortable with telling Jared that we like Shane. Yeah. So I think I'm going to choose to ask Mai instead. I just think we trust her more. Actually, can you check again? Maybe a bit more thoroughly? I really don't want to mess this one up. First time not good enough? Oh no. She said it jokingly, but I could tell she was a little irritated. Maya wasn't very good at hiding her true feelings. I darted a glance at Jared. Well, if you don't want to... No, of course I'll check again. I was a little fast. Mai doubled over again, this time taking everything out of the basket and putting it back one by one. Not really in the same place, but who was keeping track?
Bingo.
Everything is here, Hana. He did a good job, so don't worry too much about it. See, there's nothing wrong in asking, right? Just think about how you're going to ask him. That's the bigger challenge here. I'm really glad you're here to help me out. I'm kind of panicking. I've never been on a real date before. What about the flower festival? Right, the flower festival. I wasn't quite sure that counted, but...
I'll support you.
Oh. Well, no worries. We're your friends after all. You can always ask us for help. Jared's cell phone went off, and he grasped it like it was the liquor of life. Oh, it's Satch. He says we're all done. Thank you so much for your gracious stay, ladies, but I must be on my way. But, Jared, don't you want to stay? Jared was already out the door. Mai, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. You have a date to prepare for. Right. If you say so. Mai and Jared. It didn't seem like they would ever date, but I hope that one day they could at least be friends. I was really hoping that he was hanging out at our room for Mai, but... Okay, Chapter 4. Wow, time sure flies. I spent hours packing and repacking the picnic bag, making sure I didn't forget anything, and that it was pretty as it could be. Now that everything was all set up, it was time to ask Shane. But since that was all I needed to do, I found myself putting it off. It could wait until tomorrow's lunch, after all. I stretched instead. It was a little early, but I could probably go to bed. My phone started vibrating, and I snatched it up. Having difficulty with page 112. Help me. Who is this? I blinked at my phone. Shane? Asking for help? I started to type back, but was interrupted by another text. Please? Grinning, I sent my response. See you in class in 20. I hopped off my bunk, throwing my books back into my bag. Mai groaned. How are you always so energetic? Are you seriously asking me that question? Oh, are you going to go ask Shane now? Asking Shane? Now would be a perfect time, but suddenly the prospect terrified me. Yeah, I'm doing it. Oh, Hana, I wish you the very best. Jumping off her bed, Mai ran to her desk and flung open a drawer. After digging around in it for a while, she turned back to me.
Yeah!
Yeah! Oh, small sprinkles of pink flittered through my vision. Cherry blossoms again. It worked last time, right? Yeah, I guess it did.
Yahoo!
You'll do wonderfully. Get out there and kick his ass. Metaphorically, with love. Will do. Thanks, Mai. With a trembling smile, I headed for the classroom. It was starting to get late. Shane and I wouldn't be able to study together for long, but at least meeting up this late would ensure that we were alone together in the classroom. Alone together in the classroom. Alone together. I mean, we've been alone together before. Snap out of it, Hana. You have bigger things to worry about. When I got to the classroom, Shane was already seated inside, face in his hands. You're here.
Hey.
Yes. Thank you for helping me. No problem. I pulled out a chair opposite Shane and grabbed my math textbook, sharing the space on his desk. So, page 112?
What?
Didn't you need help with the problem on page 112?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes, I definitely needed your help. Yes. Okay. Was it just me, or was Shane acting weird? Shane's notebook was already open on his desk, so I put it toward me and examined his work. That's weird. What? I mean, all of your work is right, but for some reason your answers are wrong. Shane snatched his notebook out of my hands, shoving it into his bag. Forget about it, that's not important. But didn't you need help? No, I'm fine now. Oh my god, spit it out! Like, what? What did you call me here for? An awkward tension built up between us. Outside, the sun was finally setting, and night seeped into the loud emptiness of the room. I had to ask him at some point, didn't I? Maybe now would be a good time, but it was so awkward. I cleared my throat, taking a deep, deep breath.
Shane.
Hey.
Do you want to hang out sometime?
What?
You couldn't have just asked me that. What?
What?
Were you going to say something? Forget about it. What were you going to say? I was wondering if you wanted to go on a picnic with me. A picnic?
Yeah.
Yeah, picnic! At the park. I have everything ready. Impressive. Did you make the food already too? I was just going to buy it this time. Don't worry. I'm not. I'm going to make the food. You?
Yes.
I admit I do like a man that can cook, so... Oh. Wait, now?
Yeah.
Yeah, care to join me? If we store it well, it'll be still good tomorrow. Are we going tomorrow? It doesn't have to be so soon. I planned to do it that weekend, but now that it was actually happening, I found myself wanting to put on the brakes. I don't want to psych myself out. Oh, that's a good point. Let's do tomorrow. After school? Then to the kitchens we go. Right now? Yes, right now. Let's go. Okay. As we stepped out into the night, velvet darkness. Shane finally seemed to realize the time. Oh, maybe we shouldn't do it today. Tomorrow morning? And then we can go on a picnic the day after the tournament. Perfect.
Yay!
Wow, the tournament's already coming up? Damn. Perfect. Why don't I walk you to your dorm then? You're a perfect gentleman. As we shuffled across the sidewalk, wading through the slightly humid air, Shane suddenly grew quiet.
Hey!
Is something on your mind?
Well,
Can I bring my sketchbook to the picnic? Oh, right. I agreed to be Shane's model, didn't I? But surely he meant to draw the landscapes. The park's a really pretty place to draw. I mean, to draw you. Oh, that's kind of romantic. There went that idea. I've been afraid to ask for a while. Why's that? Shane shrugged, one hand in his pocket. I thought you'd be uncomfortable. If you're not into it, I don't want to. I mean, it helps me too, in a way.
what?
Helps you? I'm really shy, Shane. I wasn't always this shy. I mean, I've always been shy, but after last year, it just got out of control. Especially when I first came here. It was weird to think about how hesitant and afraid I was in the beginning of the school year. I was desperate to fit in and belong, paranoid about my hair, absolutely sure that one wrong move would make everyone hate me. Especially Shane, since he had a problem with me from the start. But look where we were now. I remember. Pushing myself like this helps me become less shy. It reminds me of what I was like when I was younger. I didn't realize you liked it. I wouldn't say I like it. Oh. But there are worse things in this world than being stared at for hours on end by you. Yeah, well... But at the picnic, would it be too weird to bring my sketchbook? It doesn't seem like it's exactly fun to you. Oh, okay. Well, it seems like a romantic thing to do together, and he obviously wants to do it. I don't think that Hana has a problem with it. So I'm just gonna say of course. Of course you can bring it. And I know that... Okay, so... Okay, so I know that the comics are, like, really personal to him, and he doesn't do well with being told or forced to open up. So I'm a little hesitant to pick the second option. Okay, let's hope that the first option is enough. So I'm just gonna say, of course, and he can sketch me at the picnic. I agreed to be your model a little while ago. I'm not going back down now.
Yeah.
Great. I've been practicing. I want to see if I can improve what I've done of you. I'd like to see it too. I want to start up my comic again. This is good practice. We reached the entrance to Primo's house, Shane kicking the ground aimlessly. Well, I'll see you tomorrow then, I guess. Thank you for walking me home, Shane. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah. Me too, I guess. Anyway, I'll come cook with you tomorrow morning. Sound good? Yeah.
Bye.
Great. Bye. He turned on his heel and stalked back the way he came, heading for Bluebell House. I giggled as I watched him go. It seemed like I wasn't the only shy one. Okay, so this seems like a good place to stop for now. It seems like the choices are getting much less straightforward, and that makes me a little nervous. Like the sketchbook question, it seemed like there was more than one good answer, and maybe I overthought it by thinking about Shane's feelings, and just like how he feels about the comics. I know that's like a sore spot for him. I'm just hoping I made the right choice. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.